This might be my last video about trucking for a while. I know I don't do too many videos on trucking no more, but like I said, it's redundant. But if you got any response to this video, or a comment, I'd probably respond in the comment section.
I'm just trying to change my life. And at the same time while I'm doing that, I'm just trying to shed some light.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm D Price in real life and on YouTube, and today, as you can see, I'm still in the truck. I am still a local intermodal driver. I just recently found out that I'm not a trucker. I'm only a truck driver because I'm local. So they said being a trucker is for the OTR drivers. Yeah, but it's not disappointing to hear that. I'm fine with being a local truck driver. I actually like it. And basically that's what this video is about. Is local truck driving worth it? Alright, now if you're just getting into trucking, or if you're thinking about getting into trucking and you're just trying to figure out which lane you want to go into, if it has anything to do with local, I suggest you don't take advice from the OTR drivers.
OTR drivers be like,
reason to go local, unless you have a hazmat. Because if not, they're gonna have you working in a fucking warehouse. They're gonna have you running a truck and running the dock at the same time. It's not a good deal. I don't know who the fuck told y'all that local is the shit. It has never been the shit, and it never will be the shit.
Let's say you're thinking about getting into trucking and you want to do local. My advice for you is to take advice from someone that's already doing local truck driving. Because 9 times out of 10, if you hear somebody that's loves doing OTR, they're gonna tell you that local trucking is not it, and vice versa. If you ask me about OTR, I'm gonna tell you OTR is not it. But really, it's based on what you prefer. I mean, you got OTR drivers thinking that local truck driving is hard, and then you got us local truck drivers, some like me, that think OTR driving is harder. They probably thinking I'm slaving to work, and I'm vice versa. I'm thinking they slaving to work. I just know I never wanted to be an OTR driver. When I got my CDL, I wanted to do local. The only reason that I even thought about going OTR was to gain the experience to actually get hired on somewhere local. But luckily for me, I never had to go through that. I came fresh up out of CDL school and went straight to Schneider for the local intermodal program. Now my workload ain't hard at all. Majority of my loads are live loads, so typically I may do 2 loads per day. Now granted, I can still do anywhere from 10 to 14 hours per day, but I'm usually in a 60-hour work week out of 5 days. The majority of my work hours I spend sitting, like I'm doing now. At this current moment, it's 2 p.m. and I'm waiting to get unloaded. My delivery time is 9 to 4 p.m. So I'm sitting here for 2 hours, and once I get a dock, I'm probably gonna sit there for another 2 hours. And this is my first load for today. I have 2 loads, 2 live loads. Now the good thing about it for me today is, once I'm done getting unloaded, I still gotta get loaded from the same customer. So I may end up being here until 8 p.m. today. And there's no touch freight. Pretty sure you heard that saying, if the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. Well, that don't apply to me because I get paid hourly. So even when I bump a dock, I'm still on the clock. The most physical demanding part of my job is actually coupling and uncoupling from a trailer, and also opening the doors or sliding the tandems. I spend majority of my time sitting in my truck. Now I understand that my position may be a rarity, given that I'm not even in the day cab. I have a sleeper with an APU. But there are plenty of jobs out there like this, depending on what region you're in. Me, I'm in the Chicagoland area. I don't actually stay in Chicago, but I'm close to Chicago. Chicago, Illinois borders Indiana, in case you didn't know that. And I'm right there on the border of Northwest Indiana, where the cost of living is cheap, much cheaper than the rest of the world. So the median household income in Northwest Indiana is $30,000, right around $30,000 a year. In fact, the county in which I live in, the median household income is about $62,000 a year. And the median property value is about $167,000. And you can make much more than that just by being a truck driver. Most definitely, trucking can afford you a good life in Northwest Indiana. And as for me, I made over $90,000 last year truck driving. I have a wife and 4 kids, and we live very comfortable.
What you gonna say now? What can you say now?
As you can see, I spent 7.5 hours dealing with one customer, sitting in one spot. My entire shift was dedicated to this one customer. That's not much of a workload. This is the reason why I love my local position. Plus, I showed you the receipts of what I make. The mismanagement of funds is why most drivers complain about their pay. And oh yeah, this is not an OTR versus local type of video. just wanted to show some of the misconceptions that you hear from people that don't do the actual work that you do. Make sure you like this video on your way out and share with somebody who needs to hear this.